We are here at the Michigan Golf Show, and we're here to talk about the best anniversary in Michigan golf this year. Is the 25th anniversary of the Gaylord Golf Mecca. And we're here with a couple of people who have been playing the courses in the Gaylord Golf Mecca since they were maybe 3 years old or maybe junior high. In any case, we have on my right Judy Mason. How are you doing, Judy?
Pretty good. Nice to be here.
And JT Aude, how are you doing?
Doing great. Just really enjoying it down here, and sort of great to be able to talk with Judy about growing up at Mishaway and being able to play golf out there before they even started the Mecca, before it was even thought of. We were playing golf out there and just really enjoying it on one of the few golf courses that were in Gaylord at that time.
So you played Mishaway at the same time?
We did. We were both kids, and we both learned to play golf on the Mishaway Pines golf course, and we both kind of entered into the golf business there as well. So we have a lot of great memories from Mishaway.
So you got your start at Mishaway Pines, and then you had a chance to play a couple other courses. Do you remember which course? Of course you'd remember. You got your hole-in-one on?
Yeah, that was also the Mishaway golf course, and it was on number 7 at Mishaway. So, yeah, that always sticks out in your memory. I remember it well.
JT, what's your most important memory of playing Mishaway?
Well, just my first 9 holes that I played out there, I played with Judy's brother, Ho. And I have to say, for 9 holes, I think my score that day, believe it or not, and I know people are going to still say I should probably shoot it, was 112.
You remember that?
Yes, you always remember your first 9 holes. But another little tidbit, I believe Judy's hole-in-one came on men's night. Wasn't that correct?
I was running a men's league during my college years. Kind of missed school that day on a Tuesday night. Went out and played with the guys in men's league and had a hole-in-one. I think I missed my whole last week at college because of that. So.
And then you had to explain why you weren't in school.
I did. Somehow I still got my diploma from Michigan State, so that was good.
Well, we're talking about Mishaway. Mishaway is celebrating a pretty big anniversary too, right?
Yeah, you know, it's really nice because the 25th anniversary of the Mecca is this year, and it falls right in line with the 40th anniversary of the Mishaway Pines course. So we're very excited about celebrating 40 years in Gaylord, great golf course, and yeah, it coincides with the 25th anniversary, so it kind of makes it extra special.
A double celebration. Well, JT, You've been in various capacities or another working at a lot of the different Gaylord courses, but you've also played them all. Pick out another one and tell us about playing that the first time.
Well, the first course that I ever got to play 18 holes on, believe it or not, and it was really pretty exciting, was Gaylord Country Club, which is where I'm at right now. We went out with a member, and this had to have been probably 82 when we did this. So, I mean, that was quite a while ago. We're talking 30 years ago that we did that. And what was really fun was also growing up, going through high school. I grew up in Gaylord. I got to play Gaylord Country Club for my home course for high school, which was really a lot of fun. And to be able to go back there and be the head golf professional there now is just really a phenomenal experience for knowing the course and what it was like back then and seeing the changes. And what's sort of fun, too, is there's not a whole lot of members out there that have played it longer than I have. So that makes it pretty nice, too. So I know the course from the beginning, and it's really pretty neat to be able to talk to them about it and things like that.
What a classic course to be the home course for a high school team, huh? Yeah. Judy, what are some of the other memories you have of playing Gaylord Golf Mecca courses?
Well, you know, I think going back to what JT said, playing those courses so many years ago, it's been fun to watch them mature and change over time. One memory that jumps out to me is when they built the Treetops Jones course. Going out and playing that style of course. It was so different from the great courses at Gaylord Country Club and at Mishaway. But, you know, it speaks for the variety that the Gaylord Golf Mecca offers. All of a sudden you went out there, and every time you got set up to hit a shot, your feet weren't on that level terrain. So it was a little bit different. It was kind of a growing experience, not only for us as players, but for the Gaylord Golf Mecca. It offered something different, and because the terrain's different at Treetops, the views are amazing, and that's one of the great benefits that the Gaylord Golf Mecca offers. So
Well, that's one course that really brings in the dramatic elevation changes.
Yes, it does. And, you know, talking about golf holes in particular, number 6 at the Treetops Jones course, the masterpiece out there is one that definitely stands out as one of the beauties in our city there.
It's amazing just to stand on the tee there and think about hitting a shot. How have you done on number 6?
I've had some good shots. I've had some bad shots. I've played number 6 a lot, probably a lot more than a lot of people. I was lucky enough to work at Treetops when the first day that they opened, when they had a trailer at the Jones. I started working there as bag drop. So as kids, we always got to go out and play a lot in the evenings, and that was always one of our favorite holes to go and play. And I mean, it's just incredible. And then you think about it when Rick put in the par 3 course. How many people have walked back to the back tee of all the par 3s on that course? When they put the new tees in to do the par 3 shootout, it was incredible, the views that came into, I mean, that you see back there. I mean, it's just, it makes number 6 look sort of paltry sometimes. I'm not meaning to cut it down or anything, but some of those views out there on the par 3 are just stunning. I mean, they amazed me, and I've seen some of the really good views in northern Michigan.
I agree that it's a great course. In fact, I have to say this is my favorite because it makes everybody seem like a good golfer. We all get hang time on it. Judy, how about something at Seago Club?
Yeah, you know, actually, my first head golf professional job was at the Classic at Otsego Club. Actually, it was Hidden Valley at the time. So I have wonderful memories of learning a lot about the golf industry there. And, you know, then they added the tribute course, which, again, talking about views and different holes that you can stand there and just look out and see for miles and miles and enjoy the great views. The tribute certainly offers that. And the Classic and the tribute are a nice complement to each other, the style of course. So another great stop in Gaylord.
How about some of the newer ones? How about the Loon?
Yeah, the Loon's, you know, another great golf course in Gaylord, and a lot of great holes out there. They take great care of their golf course there, and now they're complemented with our neighbor, the Lake Course. So great package deals there now as well on that south side of Gaylord. We're real proud of that. Love Marsh Ridge. That one's close to my heart. You know, I was involved in that as that one got started, and you know, there's such a great variety of types of courses in Gaylord, and that's why it's so appealing. There's people who like, you know, the hills. There's people who like hitting over marsh. There's people who like the more classic, traditional design courses. And great thing about Gaylord, that's why it's such a great destination, is it has a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything, and maybe a little bit of wildlife. You seen some?
Yes, I have, and living up there as long as I have, I've seen quite a bit of the wildlife. I've seen bears out in the Pigeon River forest. I've seen the elk out there, lots of deer. I mean, there's just a little bit of everything. I mean, just last week I was sitting at home with my son, taking care of him because he was sick, and I said, Christian, you better run over here. We got to look out the back window. And growing up in Michigan, I live in the same house. There go 4 deer through the backyard. I mean, so it's just, there's wildlife everywhere up there. And I remember when we first opened the Jones course, there was a bear that would come out every once in a while on hole number 5 because they'd cut it through a swamp. So, of course, you're displacing the wildlife. But now the wildlife, I mean, you go out there in the evenings now and there's just deer all over the place. You go to up north to the north property at Treetops, and in the fall you're going to hear the elk bugling out there. And there's nothing more beautiful than hearing that in the background while you're playing golf. I mean, it's just a phenomenal sound. And then in the spring we'd go out, and there was times I know where we'd go out there and you could see areas where the bulls had fought on the golf course and torn it up.
I was going to say, what's your evidence?
Oh, they tear it up. I mean, there's hoof prints and tine marks all over in the grass. I mean, I know Mark Wildeman one year was not very happy because he had to go in and resod the front part of a landing area on one of the greens on the Smith course because it was so damaged from the elk fighting. And they're not going to choose where they fight. They're going to fight wherever they want to, so you can't turn them away.
Can you imagine the sign, ground under repair because? So I'm trying to think, how about Black Forest?
Black Forest, I haven't played it in a few years. Another great golf course. People love the challenge, you know, because it's definitely a challenge. And again, it's complemented by the original Wilderness Valley course, which again is a great complement because it's very different from what they built at Black Forest. So they did a nice job as well there of making sure they had a little bit of something for everyone.
So you can get around the challenge by playing Wilderness Valley, probably.
That's true, you can. Yeah, there's a certain type of golfer that, you know, would be better off and enjoy the Valley course more, and then there's others kind of looking for more challenge, and they're going to find it with Black Forest for sure.
Something for everybody. You play Black Forest?
I have, and it's a very difficult golf course for me. I mean, I tend not to hit it real straight off the tee all the time, so it gets me in quite a bit of trouble. Probably one of the golf courses up there, I don't play it very much anymore, but I've played it a few times, is Black Lake up in Aude, which is a fabulous Reese Jones design. I mean, it's just really a lot of fun to go out and play, and it's off the beaten track, so it's usually not real busy once you get up there, I mean, which makes it pretty nice. I mean, so it's sort of, I mean, it's up there, I mean, but it's a very playable course. If you play the correct tees on it, you're really going to have a good time.
Well, you know, I must admit, I'm drooling. I'm ready to get my clubs and go out and hit some balls so I can get ready to play. Thank you, Judy. Thank you, JT, for just a great discussion of the Gaylord Golf Mecca.